This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No.
Y'all,
Just
this is
stop.
a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Wednesday, everybody, the day after Halloween. I want to know how everyone's Halloween was, but before we do that, yesterday we all dressed up and we want to give a little clip of how we looked. Let's take a look.
Hip hop is 50, but this face is still #1 in your hearts, ladies.
Well, what's love got to do? Got to do with it.
I'm just here to clear up this whole Bigfoot thing. He's real, we're roommates, we had dinner last night, and he likes pie.
Man, I feel like the 4th of July.
Nailed it, nailed it.
So
Everyone was pretty good. Online, though, people had no idea who I was.
Really?
Yeah, my friends were like, dude, who are you? And I was like, dude, George Santos. They're like, who's that? I'm telling you, I didn't come up with politics. I didn't know what they were, all that stuff. So this world that we're living in is pretty crazy. But you nailed it, E. I mean, even vocally.
Dude.
What's up with that?
She has a good voice.
Well, I love karaoke, and that's my go-to song, honoring our comeback queen, Tina Turner. So, yeah, that was fun. Plus, I'm going to just say, I had a little help.
Right.
From our amazing sound guy, Steve Gallagher. Yes, that was a little secret. We might have had a little reverb on the mic.
We all love Steve Gallagher, but Erica, I've heard your voice. You have an incredible voice. So.
Well, thank you, but you did help.
Al, you're going to wear that costume just in your regular life.
I channeled LL. That jacket could still get some run. If I still went places, yeah, that would be. I love the jacket. I love the fit. And LL is so representative of that generation of hip hop that started off as young people and now they're on NCIS. And there's Queen Latifah's the equalizer, so there's always like the second life to hip hop as well. So what a cool era.
And Sam nailed it, but Savannah Guthrie also dressed up.
She was wonderful.
As Taylor. You want to take a...
Yeah, I think we have a side-by-side. I thought Savannah Guthrie absolutely nailed it, hit it out of the park. I think, and this is kudos to our hair, makeup, wardrobe team, I think my hair was exactly like Taylor's from the ombre effect. We had Jay completely make me a custom-made, stoned, bedazzled bodysuit. So because of our team, I definitely felt like I looked like Taylor Swift. However, when I do this move right there, I pulled a muscle on my back. Because last night we had a Halloween party. I could not pick anything up and I couldn't figure out why. And I was like, how embarrassing. It's because of this move and I'm 43. And so being 43-year-old Taylor Swift comes with some cost. But then later at night I got to be Cruella because, I'm much more darker.
Right.
So Cruella last night, my dog, Scruffy, looks just like her dog, Buddy.
Wow.
So that was fun.
So good.
That was like, I loved being T-Swift, but I loved
I think those
being
two
Cruella.
photos really kind of sum up who Sam is because on the show she'll do anything for DBL and people that watch the show are just like, oh, she must be this glamour blonde chick. Sam has a dark, you got married on Halloween.
Dark.
You are a goth human being. So I like those two outfits really mirror your personality.
Thank you. It was fun. Did you have fun last night? Did you dress up with the kiddos or no?
I didn't. I was gonna, but then I didn't.
Did you get a lot of trick-or-treaters?
Not really. So the neighborhood I live in, there's hot spots, legit hot spots that you go to, and you get hot chocolate, and one has donuts, and one has this. It's great, and it's so many kids. It's like Mayberry. It's a perfect
Hallmark.
neighborhood, but it's too much. It's like I love pumpkin spice. It's too much. I don't need Cheerios with pumpkin spice in it. You know what I mean? I love it, but it's too much. It's like the kids have bags. I brought, no joke, 3 pounds of candy. 3 pounds, and there's still 9 pounds at home.
You know what I learned from one of the moms last night? There's something called the sugar witch. The sugar witch comes just like the tooth fairy. You tell your kid if you want some money or a present, you gather all your candy, you put it in a bag, you put it by your bed, and at night, Sugar Witch will come, and you'll have $5 under your bed to go to Target.
Whoa.
So I told my kids, do you want
To go to
candy
Target?
or Sugar Witch?
Candy? What kind of discussion is that?
both
Do you want to
said
go to the
candy.
store? No, I don't. I want my candy.
Well, they
Would you
can't
like
eat a whole lot.
to practice carpentry tomorrow, or do you want to eat candy?
I'm going to take all your candy, steal it from you, and then we'll go to Michael's.
The Sugar Witch
no.
does.
Now, I do love the Sugar Witch idea, but my mother being a mathematician, right, so everything was numbers, we would count Now, she didn't tell us to do this. We were just smart enough at that point. We would count each one of our candies, and we would write down exactly how many Snickers bars, how many Skittles, everything.
Inventory.
To a
Really?
T,
Wow.
yes.
Credits and
yes. And
debits.
so, because we realized that, like, overnight, things looked a little different, and we needed some proof. So I got my brother involved, and we started tallying each
You
one.
did not have receipts.
Yes, I absolutely had.
Erica, we don't want to give that kind of advice out on the show.
I'm just telling you.
That's how you
keep
catch
on
employees.
going.
You're your mother's daughter.
Yeah,
for
Wow.
keep inventory.
Okay.
Know what you have.
Good things my kid don't watch this show. Okay. So speaking of Halloween, Heidi Klum made a grand entrance at her annual Halloween party. I was way off. She dressed up as a peacock this year with a little help from her friends. She was the beak and body portion, while the others were the peacock's legs and feathers. Her husband, Tom, also dressed up as a large white egg. I guess that just saying that on paper doesn't sound funny, but I guess that's kind of good. I guess that's kind of good. I was way off. I thought it was Falcor.
I thought both of your guesses were right, but now looking back on it, I do think that the photo was a clue.
Right. Oh,
and
let
I
me
think
see.
that it was a bird's nest.
Oh.
Because it was a feathery couch.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And then she
Peacocks
was
have
like,
nests?
They have to,
They
right? Where
have
they
to.
put
They're
their eggs.
gigantic.
How do they have eggs?
They need somewhere to put
In the
their eggs.
bushes or something. They're gigantic. Aren't they
But don't they
mean?
gather up a little brush?
I think Al might be right that there isn't an actual
ground
nest.
birds.
Remember
How do you know?
when the
They
TikToker
don't fly.
decided to steal the peacock's eggs, and the peacock mowed it over?
No.
Yes. I
Mowed
think we-
him, not it, but whatever.
Right. Yeah, peacocks are, I think
Yeah.
they're ground birds. I don't think they
It
fly.
doesn't matter. You can have a nest on the ground.
Why
like
would you
geese
have,
do.
the whole purpose
Geese
of a
do.
nest is to keep predators away from it.
Have
Having
you
it on
ever
the
seen
ground
a
is
geese nest? Go to the zoo, the Denver Zoo. There are geese nests everywhere, and the workers there will tell you, "Don't get near that mama goose. That's her nest."
I've
She's
never
sitting-
seen a
goose
geese
nest.
It's
Goose nest.
It's not a geese nest.
Goose
It's
nest.
goose nest.
but there's no such thing as either one of those nests.
But I
Yes,
just got
there
this
is.
in, Al. Peacocks don't have nests.
Thank you.
don't? Oh.
Thank you. I
So
win
they
again.
have to sit on the egg to warm it up.
Well, what do? They just put it on the sidewalk, like anywhere they do.
There's
like,
a makeshift nest. You doesn't
I
have
think
to
so,
be
too.
Stop trying to double down on the nest thing, Sam. It doesn't exist. A makeshift nest. A nest is so people can't get your eggs. If they're on the ground, it's a free throw.
yeah, but it's very.
That's why they're so
it's
mean.
very fragile. So maybe put some leaves together.
And they
maybe
sit
not-
on it. They sit on it.
Almost like a lockbox, like that looks like a rock in front of your house, so people can't tell there's a key under.
Do people still use those?
I
Those are
think
pretty
so.
good.
It's so obvious.
Those are pretty good.
But
those rocks that look like
A
they're made out
gigantic
of
gray
paper
rock.
mache. And they're right
I
there
think
with
they've
like
upgraded. I think they take real rocks now and they do the body.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's
I-
not that other one.
Okay.
better than putting it under the mat, right?
I don't think people look
Oh
at
my
that.
gosh. We were walking one day and this girl, her door opened, her front door opened to the actual street. And as we were walking by, we watched her lift up the mat, take the key, and then open the door. And I'm like,
no.
where do you think,
Right.
what year, and what is going on? Like, what is happening
Just keep your
here?
door unlocked at that point.
What is happening? That blows my mind.
Old
Y'all
school.
be vigilant, okay?
We're so old. I think now they just have like codes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
We're like, we hit our key. We're so old. Sam's pulling her back out on Halloween. Coming up on DBL.
Seriously.
Channing Tatum and Zoe Kravitz are engaged. What does Jason Momoa, Zoe's stepdad, think about the news? Plus, Robert De Niro is in court against his former assistant. Al, I'm kind of curious. How did you? I would assume every animal that lays eggs makes some sort of nest. That would have been my guess. Is that who Googled that? How did you know that they didn't have nests?
It just didn't make sense on its face that if a bird that doesn't fly would have a nest. A nest is
But
so
don't you
that
need
you
something
keep
to
it away from
protect
like
it?
whatever foxes or whatever want to get to it.
But isn't there ground nests?
But I think if you think about like the birds that really you don't see in trees, they're all mean. Like swans are mean, peacocks are mean, geese are mean. They're aggressive, and that's because they're very aggressive. And it's because I think they don't fly, so they're more like
And transferring. Okay, that's
meet me outside, catch me outside, catch me outside of
I
birds.
feel like they do it like the penguins, because the penguins don't have
You're right. I
nests.
just thought about
They
that.
put it on their feet,
those
and they
are-
sit on it.
Those are only the emperor penguins.
Oh, is there
By the
only
way,
one?
March of the Penguins, the best.
Cry.
Still, I promote that movie, and it's so old. But what they do with those eggs
is crazy.
how are they not extinct?
Yes.
It's insane to me.
They're better parents than we are.
Way better.
A lot of Robert De Niro.
You got some nest facts?
Isn't that did you see March of the Penguins? Put that down. You look like you're on course.
I loved March of the Penguins.
Wasn't it about getting the egg somewhere?
They can't drop the egg. You
Right.
can't drop the egg. And it's if you saw March of the Penguins, right?
No, my kids are just.
Oh my gosh, it's very hard to watch because they can't drop the egg for an
I got that
entire
concept.
season.
You guys tune in for more. They can't drop the egg. They can't.
We were talking about nests in our previous conversation, which has nothing to do with this, but if you haven't seen March of the Penguins,
Oh, yes.
get on it. All right, welcome to DBL. Robert De Niro faced off against his former assistant in court yesterday. He is being sued for $12 million over claims he caused her emotional distress. So while on the stand, Robert admitted he thought it was okay to call his assistant while she was at her grandmother's funeral. He said he wasn't sure if they were putting the body in the ground or at a wake or something. At what point he even yelled at her in court saying, "Shame on you," and called her a bleeping spoiled brat. The assistant claims he subjected her to years of abusive language and unwanted physical advances.
Okay, so I want to give you guys full context here and both sides, and then obviously come up with it looks like Al's already come up with his answer, but hold up. So Robert De Niro, this is his production company that she is suing, okay? So Robert De Niro said that she said this in regard to Robert De Niro, that he asked her to scratch his back. Okay, so that's one thing that she said was crossing the line. He also did admit to her qualm about him sending her out at 11 p.m. one night to get him his favorite martini from Nobu. She also said that he would berate her. He did admit to that in court. He said, yeah, I berated her. And then he called her snippy, spoiled brat and said, I never yelled at her. I only raised my voice. And then quickly, she worked for his company for 11 years. She made $300,000 a year. Does that matter? And then on the flip side, he accused her of not only abusing his airline points, because he said you could use some, but she ended up transferring millions of miles to her account, allegedly.
Yeah, but he was snippy.
But also improper spending that he found later on.
Embezzlement.
He claims to be able to present, but again, it's all alleged.
Okay.
What do you think?
Erica?
When we have these conversations, it's so tough to have them because there is a strong generational divide on this.
Yes.
I do not feel like it is ever appropriate to be in a situation where you work for someone and your physical safety is in jeopardy. But these new age bosses, I don't even know how to maneuver because people are people, okay? They are going to get their lick back one way or the other. So if you're a boss and you feel like someone is underperforming, then it just becomes something where it's tit for tat. You don't really know. It's almost like guerrilla warfare because people will do things. We already know that people are making less than the amount that they can live on. They're not
What about
getting.
in this case, though, making $300,000?
But see, this is my point. My point is, I would rather be in that situation than in this because as soft as everybody talks about the employees are, the bosses are too.
Yeah, Al, I want to hear your take.
I'll just say this. I think we're in a day and age now where if you are, unless you're like a company like Tegum, I don't see how you can hire anybody.
Yeah.
I think, especially as a man, you will be a fool to hire anybody, because when people leave, there used to be a situation, Erica, we've all quit jobs. I've been fired for sleeping. Straight up. And that was just the late 90s. You got fired and you moved on. Now,
but you learned from it.
Yes, you learned from it. But now, if I get fired, it's because my boss, Jeff, is glaring at me. Is Jeff glaring at me, or is he just looking at me? Is Erica giving me side-eye and being condescending when I'm at work?
Saying. There aren't any, boundaries
right,
anymore. You don't know.
You're exactly right. And
way.
That's why you cannot hire anybody anymore. Because in court, you're going to be looked at as the higher person. Erica just stared at me when I talked to her, looked at me like I was dumb. And you can't defend yourself because your lawyer will tell you to be quiet. It's too dangerous.
Another tidbit. In Hollywood, we've all known personal assistants to celebrities. They make $300,000, which is a lot of money, especially back then, because you are told you're going to be working around the clock. I had friends that my sister would literally pick up the phone at 2 a.m. and then have to go, but you're making $300,000.
Yeah.
So you are
just
aware.
Like physicians.
Yeah.
Interesting combo. I want to talk about this more, but we're out of time. We'll be right back.
We took to Google to see what people want to know about the flu season. We took a look at the top searches and went to the experts to verify.
Our sources, family physician Dr. Carla Robinson, the CDC, and GoodRx Health. The first question, does the flu vaccine actually contain the influenza virus in it?
One actually has a live version of the virus, but it's very, very weak.
Robinson says the vaccine with a small amount of the virus in it won't give you the flu because there's not enough virus to infect you. The CDC lists 6 different variations of the flu shot, some that contain the actual virus and others that do not. So we can verify that yes, some flu vaccines do have a very small dose of the virus in it. The next question, does the flu vaccine work right away? According to the CDC, your body needs about 2 weeks after you get the shot for antibodies to develop and provide protection.
Within that window, it is possible to get infected with some sort of, virus, upper respiratory infection, or even the flu itself.
So we can verify that no, the flu vaccine doesn't work right away. It takes about 2 weeks to kick in. And finally, how much is the flu vaccine if you don't have insurance? GoodRx, a company that provides discounts on prescriptions, tells us if you don't have insurance, the cost typically ranges from $25 to $90 out of pocket.
Those who are 65 and older have the option of receiving a higher potency vaccine, one that's a little bit stronger. Those tend to be a little bit more on the expensive side.
Robinson says the best time to get your flu shot is now, so you're covered in time for the holidays. With your Verify, I'm Megan Bragg.
Welcome back to DBL. So Channing Tatum and Zoe Kravitz are apparently engaged.
Yay.
Apparently, hang tight. Wait, breaking news. People magazine has confirmed the couple who started dating 2 years ago and are heading to the altar. So it was breaking 5 seconds ago, but we confirmed. Zoe was also seen wearing a diamond ring while out at a Halloween party. It could have been part of the costume.
Oh, that's true.
All right, but no one is more excited than her stepdad and Channing's best friend, Jason Momoa. He's even taking credit for the couple being together. Jason was with Lisa Bonet for 12 years, of course, before they split up last year. That's Zoe's mother, if you guys didn't know. So what do we think of the news?
Risky.
Why?
Why? Because if your stepdaughter and your best friend don't work out, y'all still got about 44 Thanksgivings to deal with together. It could be possibly very awkward when close family members, if it doesn't, we know marriages don't work.
I'll tell you one thing
mostly,
but
statistically.
But look at how Jason Momoa handled it with Lisa Bonet. Okay, their uncoupling was, I think about you and your ex-wife. You were very conscientious of the kids. You're very mindful. You're good people to the core.
Very rare situation.
It is a very rare situation. But in this situation, because he's such a good dude and because he's so aware of everyone around him, I don't think that will happen, even God forbid, if Channing Tatum and Zoe Kravitz don't make it.
But what if it does, Sam? What if you got to choose between your best homegirl and your son.
I don't think
That's a
you have
lot.
to choose. First of all, Zoe Kravitz and Jason Momoa, I don't believe have that big of an age gap.
Right. I think 10 years.
And Zoe has a father. His name is Lenny. Yeah. So
you know, there's this man named Lenny Kravitz.
I don't want to discount their relationship, though.
I
know you're not. I know you're not.
But I think that, and I'm just speculating, my thought would be that maybe he's more of like a friend, uncle, dad, yeah, than like a dad, and that they were able to negotiate, you know, the relationship with him and Lisa Bonet. So what really is the difference? Everybody in this situation really understands like the assignment when it comes to Hollywood and relationships. I'm not really concerned.
Until it goes left. It's all good. What did Jay? It's all good just a week ago. I'm telling you, Erica, if it goes left, people are going to ask you, either you can't hang out with your best friend like you used to, or when your stepdaughter comes over, he's got to go.
You of all people who can manage pretty much every relationship.
But I can't manage two other people and how they feel about each other. And if they don't want to be in the same room, that's an issue.
All right. Al didn't have enough candy yesterday. That's a problem. We'll be right back.
This November, Sandals is giving thanks with an all-inclusive vacation giveaway to Sandals Resorts. Watch DBL every day for a word of the day. Then enter at dailyblastlive.com/sandals for your chance to win a 4-day, 3-night escape for 2 to any Sandals resort of your choice. The winner will be announced on DBL November 22nd. Make memories for a lifetime and start entering for your chance to win the trip to any Sandals resort.
Does it feel like you keep finding spider webs in your home no matter how many times you clean? In a 2016 study, researchers found spiders in every home they checked. In fact, one is probably looking at you right now. Verified viewer Carrie emailed us to ask about a claim she heard that humans end up swallowing a few spiders every year while sleeping. So let's verify. Do humans regularly swallow spiders while sleeping? Our sources are the Burke Museum in Seattle, Floyd Shockley with the Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History, and Michael Bruce, founder of thesleepdoctor.com. The idea is that if we sleep with our mouths open, then a spider might walk inside, causing us to swallow it unconsciously.
As near as we can recall, it was first published in a book on insect and spider folklore back in 1954 was the first mention of it. Then it proliferated over the years.
Our sources say there was never any scientific evidence that this happens.
Spiders are not going to walk into basically a dark, moist cave where all that's coming out of it is carbon dioxide. That doesn't really make a lot of sense just from an etymology standpoint.
Bruce says 9 in 10 people sleep with their mouths closed, meaning the spiders can't get in.
If you're sleeping with your mouth open, you're probably snoring and the vibration is going to scare them away.
Put simply, the Burke Museum writes, for a sleeping person to swallow even one live spider would involve so many highly unlikely circumstances that for practical purposes, we can rule out the possibility. No such case is on formal record anywhere in scientific or medical literature. So, no, humans do not regularly swallow spiders while sleeping. This is an urban legend. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
For many people, bird chirps are nature's soundtrack for their morning. But some people believe they're seeing fewer birds than they used to. Verify viewer Crystal emailed us to ask if it's true that the bird population is declining. So let's verify using these sources. The U.S. North American Bird Conservation Initiative Committee is a coalition of government agencies, private organizations, and bird groups that study bird trends, among other things. Their most recent report, published in 2022, concluded that there are 3 billion fewer birds in the US and Canada than there were 50 years ago. A 2019 study of North American bird populations published by the Association for the Advancement of Science found that more than half of the 529 North American bird species studied are declining. So we can verify, yes, the US bird population is declining. So what's causing the decline? The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service say habitat loss is believed to be by far the greatest threat to birds both directly and indirectly. That's in part due to climate change, habitat destruction, and pesticides. Another big problem? Pet cats. According to estimates from U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, cats kill more birds than collisions with buildings and structures, cars, poison, electrocutions, and oil pits combined. With your Verify, I'm Ariande Till.
This November, Sandals is giving thanks with an all-inclusive vacation giveaway to Sandals Resorts. Watch DBL every day for a word of the day. Then enter at dailyblastlive.com/sandals for your chance to win a 4-day, 3-night escape for 2 to any Sandals resort of your choice. The winner will be announced on DBL November 22nd. Today's Sandals word of the day is coconut.
Coconut.
It's back. Welcome back. We've got some great products from our friends at Morning Save. Check them out.
What do you have for us today, Stephanie?
Hey Tori, hey DBL Nation. We are so excited to show you the deals today, and believe me, they are absolutely wonderful. Let's see what we've got. So first up, we've got the So Light Surrey Collection 3-piece hard side luggage set.
Love that color.
So this deal includes one 22-inch luggage, one 26-inch luggage, and one 30-inch luggage. And we've got it available in 4 colors. We've got this gorgeous plum, which matches you today, Tori.
Love.
Black, dusty rose, and silver. Normally, it's $900, but we have got 3-piece set for $139.99. That's saving 84%. Now check out this as well, Tori. This is the 2-pack cup call crane phone mounts. So this deal includes 2 phone mounts, so you can view your phone at any angle and you can enjoy hands-free calling with this simple device. So normally this is a $24 each, and we've got a 2-pack for $20.
Okay.
That's saving 58%. Now this is just lovely. We've got the Malibu Sky Grey sling back with a front zipper pocket. So this deal includes 1 crossbody. We've got it available in 8 fabulous fall colors.
They look great.
Normally they're $98 each. We've got it for $24.99. That's saving 75%. Our last product is the Floor Police cordless motorized mop. So this doorbuster deal includes 1 mop, 2 scouring pads, 2 microfiber pads, and 2 polishing pads. So normally it's $60. We've got it today for just $20. That's saving 67%.
Head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices, or you can even scan the QR code on screen to take you directly to these products on Morning Save's website. Thank you so much, Steph.
All right, good stuff. Al, we got about 5-10 seconds left. Any marriage advice for the couples out there?
Yeah, good luck. Honestly, hey, that's why people do it. There's always a chance.
If you didn't see our earlier show, whatever. We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah.